What it do, YouTube? It's SS, and I'm back with another video on this one right here. This one right here. Well, let me tell you about this one. We were 1 point away from expert. Spoiler alerts. We will end up 1 point away from expert. It's gonna suck. We're using the same team that I dropped a video for the day before yesterday, and yeah, let's just go ahead and see these misplays that I did. These battles were done on Twitch. Once again, I will be doing these battles on Twitch today at 12 p.m. Central. So if you watch this when it goes up, right when it goes up, link in the description to my Twitch so you can watch these battles happen in real time, interact with me as they do happen. But yeah, you're gonna see a whole bunch of misplays that I do, as you guys see right here. Right off the bat, we misplayed this man is on lead, and we're just gonna end up losing. As we do see Gligar into the Dragonair, and this is actually not okay for the Gligar, because as you guys can see, the fast move pressure is just adding up. I am gonna shield here, and I do believe that was Captai, Baptai, CMP. I am going to get the next shield and switch out the Toxapex to see what they want to do. They're staying in, give me a lot of farm here, but their energy is going to be wasted by the Jellicent. Talking about Jellicent, they come into a Jellicent here, and our energy is pretty much walled. But as you guys can see, Poison Jab is a really good move. Gunk Shot, this is not Gunk Shot, Sludge Wave is a good move as well. You guys just see it's starting to add up. I make it to one final brine. Gonna make sure to get this brine off. Bad timing. That Hex is going to be able to KO. I'm gonna switch into my Jellicent, not expecting them to go for the Shadow Ball, but they paused, and then so I had to throw the shield up because it was a Shadow Ball. Now they come back into the Dragonair. Dragonair is going to be able to throw Aqua Tails, but they're throwing Body Slam. This might be the Aqua Tail this time for sure. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe they thought I was going to catch or something. Not too sure. But either way, their energy is gone. I'm going to try to make it to another Shadow Ball here. Gonna throw in bad timing. Just make sure to throw it. Probably expecting me to throw in good timing. Not going to throw in good timing. Just going to go ahead and let this go through. It should be enough to KO. Not enough to KO. One more wing attack to take out the Mantine and the Dragonair. They just top left as they know that Dragonair's going to get farmed down by the Gligar. And now we're going to see Ferrothorn into our Gligar. And this is actually a somewhat okay matchup for the Gligar. Although the Power Whips do hit hard, they swap out into Mantine. I'm going to go ahead and throw Aerial Ace and then try to catch on my Jellicent. I do end up catching on my Jellicent. Probably should have went Toxapex to be honest, but this is fine though. I'm gonna get hit with another Aerial Ace. I think they're one away from the the next Aerial Ace, so I just go straight for the Shadow Ball, not expecting them to shield, and they don't. So now they are gonna bring back that Ferrothorn, and now I'm trying to make it to a move. They let me get to a move here. They're over farming. They're probably gonna try to farm me down completely, which is a very good play by their part. And now I do believe I'm gonna come back into my Gligar as I'm waiting out the clock. Didn't wait too long. 4 seconds left, and I'm just gonna come back into my Gligar. Gonna get hit with the Power Whip. Gonna go ahead and shield. Hopefully, this is not a mirror shot. It is another Power Whip. They come into a Frost Slash, and I actually know that my Toxapex in the zeros can beat a Frost Slash with shields up, with a shield up. So this is actually really good for me. They're probably gonna end up using the shield here. Um, CMP tie, cap tie, bap tie. You guys already know. We're gonna get hit with the Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball is not enough to KO. And if they let this go through, they don't let it go through. Just fine with me. I am at the move. Gonna go ahead and throw right away. They catch on the Ferrothorn, undercharge it, trying to get to another move. Probably should have not undercharged it. Now I am gonna go ahead and shield here, and I need to get the two moves here. I make it to the back-to-back aerial aces. This is going to be enough to KO the Ferrothorn. We're at the next aerial ace, and this aerial ace is going to be enough to take out this Frostlass. Almost lost the game because of a catch, but good for luckily for us, we ended up doing the correct play, which was building up to two and winning. So now they are going to switch out of the Scrafty into a Zapdos, and this is very spicy. I am gonna hit him with an aerial ace. Aerial ace does do some good damage there. This is the cap tie, bat tie, CMP tie. I am gonna go ahead and shield the drill peck because it will do some massive damage, and I need this Pokemon kind of for the Scrafty, but not really. Now I am gonna come into my Toxapex. I'm gonna go ahead and shield this, expecting this to be the Thunderbolt. It is the Thunderbolt, and now since it's the Thunderbolt, I'm gonna be able to farm down completely. They're gonna probably come into their third Pokemon. But they actually come into this crafty, which is kind of interesting. Maybe probably want me to throw some energy here. We're gonna go ahead and see what they want us to do here. This is three sets that I am showcasing, so a little bit of longer video than I dropped yesterday. Um, we're gonna go ahead and make it to the brine. I think they caught here. They did catch, which is fine with me. As you guys can see, it's starting to add up a lot. The poison jabs, and here's another brine. They're gonna go ahead and shield. They are gonna go ahead and shield. They're trying to farm me down completely, and for some reason, I do this random catch. Probably should have caught on my Gligar, but this is actually fine with me. They're gonna be able to take out my Jellicent. Now I'm gonna come back into my Toxapex, forcing them to throw energy, and they are gonna throw energy. Now I'm gonna come into my Gligar. Gligar is gonna get hit with a foul play most likely, but it's not gonna be enough to KO. One more wing attack, and we're at the move, and we're gonna be able to take this game. Double electric beating, or double water beating, double electric. Granted, we did have the good lean, but still they did have double electric in the back. Now we're gonna see Victory Shadow Victory Bell into our Glide Guard. They're gonna swap out into a Carbink, and Carbink is gonna get met with my Bubble Jelly. Jelly, this is why I'm running Bubble, because you guys can see those bubbles are adding up. There's a lot of fire type, no, not too many fire types, but the like Pokemon like Mandy Buzz, Carbink, Unova Stunfisk, Gligar, those Pokemon are going to get hit with the bubbles. Some granted, not the Manny Buzz, it's not super effective on the Manny Buzz, but you are going to be doing more damage than a resisted hex, double resisted hex. I think it's double resisted, might be double resisted. Either way, they're gonna go ahead and throw the rock slide here. I'm gonna go ahead and just let this go through as well. Nope, I'm gonna go ahead and preserve a little bit of some health. I was gonna let that go through, but apparently not. They're gonna come into the victory bell, which is kind of weird. Now I'm gonna switch out into um my Gligar, and they kind of five-headed me here because they brought in the Dewgong, as I guess expecting me to swap out. But unfortunate for them, we do have a shield, so they have to go for the farm down. This dig is going to be enough to KO, and now we're going to be able to farm down the victory bell and take that game as we do end up going 4-1 here. Get a Tapu Fini, and these sets are done in order. So this is my third set, fourth set, and fifth set. So they're all in order. Um, Usually I try to do them in order. As you guys see me, I'm gonna go ahead and mega evolve an Altaria here just to try to get a little bit of some more XLs for the Tapu Fini, just because it's guaranteed 3 XL since it's a mythical, legendary, whatever. Whenever it's a legendary, mythical, whatever, guaranteed 3 XLs. We're gonna try to get a little couple more XLs. We do get the excellent this time. Gonna be enough to catch it. See how many we get. We get one extra with 14 candy. Pretty good. We are gonna get some rare candies here. Go up to 27, 21. And now we're gonna see Dragonite into our Gligar. And this is actually not really good, but the Gligar does outpace since it does take 6 wing attacks for them to make it to a move. And that is how I'm counting Dragon Breaths. I'm not counting Dragon Breaths individually. I would not do that. Now I'm gonna try to catch here. We do kind of catch. Jab went through, so that means that Dragonite is gonna get KO. They're gonna come into their own Toxapex. Very weird, but the Toxapex is up a shield. We're down a shield, so it's kind of unfortunate for us. So I'm just gonna have to sack the Toxapex here. I can't save the Toxapex. Can't throw up a shield. No reason for me to throw a shield. I'm just gonna go ahead and go for these sludge waves. It's gonna be enough to almost KO. They're gonna switch out into um Steelix. I probably should have went Jelly here because now I don't make it to a move. And this is very unfortunate because Jelly is not gonna get hit with a crunch most likely. Yeah, should have went Jelly there, not Gligar. I thought maybe I could do it with the energy advantage that I had, but apparently no. So now we're just gonna keep getting hit with these moves. I need to make it the 2 moves, and unfortunately for me, this is CMP tie, cap tie, bat tie. So I do have to shield this. Gonna throw right away, but I'm expecting them to catch. No, I don't throw right away. I swap. They do end up sludge waving me here. I need to build up to 2. I need to shadow ball this. It's probably I think this was cap tied too, baptized. So I could not over farm to 100 energy, but luckily for us, we're one away from the the move from the surf, and we're gonna be able to make it and live. As we do hop into the next battle, we're gonna see Gligar into the Annihilate. They are gonna catch, very good catch, but what this really actually does is sets up my Jellicent for success, right? Because there's so many times where these dang Dugons, my bad, I didn't mean to say dang, you know what I'm saying. But they are so annoying because if you don't call it correctly, this time I did call it correctly, the icy wind. They probably drill run here, which probably should have shielded, but it's okay. We're actually gonna end up winning this matchup here. Just gonna build up, throw the double surf here. If they shield, then I just throw the next double surf. Gonna go straight for the shadow ball. Don't expect them to shield. And they actually do end up shielding. So they're gonna throw their move here, which is fine with me. Gonna go ahead and get hit with a nice slash. Not enough to boost. Now they are gonna come in. I'm gonna come into my Gligar. Gonna go ahead and throw the shield up. They do nice slash here, which is really bad for me. But once again, this is actually a pretty good matchup for the Toxapex, as you guys will see. You guys know that we live 2 Shadow Balls, and they cannot farm us down. So this is really good for me. We're going to be able to get a Brian off. We're going to make it to another Brian, not before they make it to a Shadow Ball, which is okay with me. We're going to get hit with the Shadow Ball, but you guys know that we will live it, and we're going to be able to under tap to get this Brian off. We're going to see if they want to shield here. They don't want to shield, which is fine with me. One more wing attack is going to be enough to KO. They swap out. Go ahead and throw uh, the aerial ace. They are gonna shield, and now at this point, just gonna go ahead and shield as well. Most likely gonna be the shadow ball. No reason to bait there. They don't bait. I'm at the move, just gonna under tap it. Uh, Not allowing them to get any more farm. Even though one wing attack probably would have KO'd. We're at the move. Let's just go ahead and throw it, secure the win. And now we're gonna see Ferrothorn into our Gligar. And once again, this is actually really good. Gligar is going to be able to take a hit here. So we're gonna go ahead and take the power whip. They do throw the power whip. One and then throw the dig. Make sure that I'm throwing on good timing. Don't expect them to shield, so they don't shield. I'm gonna over farm here. Now, since I couldn't throw there, I could have thrown on CMP or cap time, but I didn't want to. Reason being is because now I can over farm here. Now I have an aerial ace. So Mantine's gonna get hit with this aerial ace because we over farm. Can I make it to another one? Nope. I end up dying with the next move. It's fine with me. This time I'm gonna come into my Toxapex because Toxapex, as you guys can see, those aerial aces are doing nothing. If it was Jelly, they would hurt a lot more. But since it's Toxapex, we are gonna be able to take the move. I'm gonna go straight for the sludge wave here. Not expecting them to shield, but they probably do shield. They do shield. Now I'm gonna switch out into my Jellicent here, and we're gonna go ahead and take the move. Expecting them to be weak to Toxapex in the back, so I did swap out my Toxapex. I was probably gonna do this anyways, to be honest. Now I'm gonna overfarm here. They're gonna come into a Gligar, thinking they caught the Shadow Ball. No, sir, you caught a Surf. Now I am gonna go for the next Surf here, and I do have to shield move if they don't shield, but they don't shield. Okay, so now I'm just gonna go ahead and let this go through, and then just farm down completely with my Toxapex, and this is gonna be enough to they're just gonna go ahead and top left, and we're gonna be able to take that game. There's a lot of games that I did misplay. I did some misplays, but we did come back around. Some games I didn't come back around. We're gonna see Ampharos into the Gligar, and this is actually really good for the Gligar. But as you guys can see, they're running Bruce Swing, so Bruce Swing is going to do a lot of damage to the Gligar. Have health, but I am not gonna bait there. The reason I'm not baiting there is because I'm expecting them to probably no shield, but now I am gonna bait here because I'm expecting them to shield since I shielded. They do shield. Now I'm gonna try to make it to another move, and they threw on bad timing, giving me a free fast move. So I'm gonna be one away from the dig. If they throw a good timing, If they didn't let me get that move in, I think they no, we get that move in regardless, right? I think so. It's just this is a very tough decision for me to make. Just gonna go into my Jellicent, take the Shadow Ball, knowing that I can live it. We are rank one, and now I make a bad decision here. I should have kept the Shadow Ball, thinking that I could probably put it in range, and I forgot that I had access to Earthquake. They're gonna hit me with an Earthquake. Earthquake's gonna be doing massive damage. Um, yeah. If I woulda kept the shield if I woulda kept the shadow ball, maybe we win. But unfortunate for us now, we're gonna the shadow ball's gonna be taking us out. We have no energy. They could just farm us down completely with the hexes. Since the hexes are doing super effective in our bubble, is doing nothing to them. Now we're gonna see Gavantula into the Gligar, which is really good for us. They are gonna switch out into a Mandibuzz. Make sure to throw on two since they swapped out one turn swap. I'm gonna try to catch here on my Toxapex, and we do end up catching on the Toxapex. Aerial Ace, they baited me. Really nice bait, dude. And then now they are gonna go ahead and throw their next move. This time it is the Dark Pulse. I think they undercharged it because it didn't do too much damage. It looked like it did enough, as much as the Aerial Ace. That one looked like it did a little bit more. I am at the Sludge Wave. We're just gonna go ahead and throw it. No reason to bait here. Don't expect them to shield. And then they swap out into the Galvantula. Throw on bad timing. Um, so they get a free fast move there, which is fine with me. As you guys can see, those poison jabs just started adding up. Since we did get the wing attack here, I'm just gonna go ahead and let this go through. But now I am expecting them to live because we did get debuffed, so we are gonna take two lunges here, just fine. And now I am gonna switch out into my own Jellicent here. They have Hex Jellicent, and I do believe I just shield the wrong move here. Yeah, do end up shielding the wrong move. Then they end up catching on their Manibuzz here, but unfortunate for them, they well, I mean, yeah, the totally big misplays here, as you guys can see. And get hit with the Shadow Ball. Yeah, there's nothing I can there's nothing I can do. Maybe if I would have shielded the Shadow Ball, but no, I don't think so. Think so. Still would have been tough. And I'm baiting here, hoping that I can make it to another move, which they do let me. But they're going to throw the move. I wasn't even gonna make it to a move, but whatever. Maybe they weren't counting. We're gonna go 3-2 here to get another Tapu Fini. So I got back-to-back Tapu Finis. And since I already had the Mega on, so we're just gonna go ahead and catch it. This time we're gonna see a good lead. Annihilate into our Gligar. They're gonna switch out into the Steelix. And I was expecting them to throw, but they're not throwing. So I'm just gonna go straight for the dig here. Uh, Now I am gonna stay in. I'm gonna go ahead and take this move, and then probably throw the dig, and then oh, that probably takes me out, right? So we're just gonna go ahead and let the Gligar go down at this point. Come into Jellicent. They can throw whatever they want. I don't really care. Crunch. It's better to not shield the first one just in case they do end up what's it called? Getting the debuff. Then they're gonna come into a Dugong here, which is okay with me. I'm gonna try to swap and catch, but they don't throw. I'm just gonna go ahead and save my Jellicent here for later. And now they are going to be able to make it to another move. This is probably most likely the drill run again, which it is the drill run. I'm gonna go ahead and make it to the sludge wave here, see what they want to do. Oh, I think they don't have any shields, right? Coming to annihilate. I'm gonna make it to a move here. And this pretty much puts it in surf range now. So I am gonna go ahead and shield here. Am I gonna undertap it here? I do undertap. They come back into the steel licks. Undercharge it. Oh, okay. I probably should have shielded the psychic things. Well, there you go. Another mistake. Another game that I misplayed. As you guys see me stay quiet because I'm like, what? Why am I playing it this way? Okay, whatever. Um, as we do throw the aerial ace into this man team is a bad lead for the Gligar. Now I am going to switch out into my Josen, hoping I can catch, but I don't catch. And then they catch on the Diggersby. They cast the Shadow Ball on the Diggersby. Nice. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This last set, I really felt people were sniping me, and yeah. So we're just gonna go ahead and do this last battle or these last few battles that we have. I think there's like three more left for the video. Um, I am gonna be able to take out the Diggersby here, and then let's see. They come back into the main team. Gonna go ahead and let this go through. Aerial Ace, not enough to KO. Try to make it to the Shadow Ball. I do make it to the Shadow Ball. They could have threw their move first before me, and then they got a they have Annihilate in the back. And I swap out into my Toxapex, and they're just gonna top left. As we do see Ferrothorn into the Gligar, and then now once again, you guys already know how I feel about this lead. This time they don't throw on bad timing, so let me time my move correctly. Which is gonna be unfortunate for me because now I have to play it the way I played it earlier. Gonna have to take a move. Can't throw there. Gonna over farm. They thought they were gonna catch. Unfortunate for them, they are not catching anything here. I'm gonna try to catch the aerial ace. They don't throw the move. This time I actually go to the Toxapex just because we know Toxapex is super tanky. These aerial aces are gonna be doing nothing exactly. See, they do nothing. And then now we are gonna go ahead and keep taking these moves. Just gonna farm up a little bit extra energy here. And then I think I make a mistake here and probably CMP them. No, I don't. But we are gonna be able to throw the brine here. Not enough to KO. One more poison jab, enough to KO. Two shields to see what is going to come back in. The Ferrothorn's gonna come in. I am gonna go ahead and shield here because I was one away from the brine, and I am gonna get the brine here. Probably gonna let it go through. I am gonna switch out into my Jellicent, try to get a little bit of some farm here. Just gonna go ahead and shield if they didn't make it to a move and just bubble down. But luckily for me, there's a Gligar in the back. They're not even throwing a move. They let me just get to these surfs like nothing. And then at this point, I don't really have to shield this because if I could just make it to one move, then I win here. I'm not gonna shield this either, expecting this to be another aerial ace. Just gonna under tap it. Nope, we don't under tap. We're gonna do one bubble then throw. I mean that's also correct as well. Two bubbles is gonna be enough to KO the Ferrothorn. We're gonna be able to take that game. As we do hop into the next battle, we're gonna see a legend. Does he give me the game? Does he give me free elo? We're gonna go ahead and see. For Alligator in the lead up against our Gligar. This is actually really bad for the Gligar. They do pace at the same time as the Gligar. And since they win CMP, they are gonna win in every single shield scenario. And as you guys see me, I don't go for the CMP tethers because I go for the extra. Being that I don't want to CMP them knowing that I will lose every single shield scenario. So I am going to go ahead and swap here, hoping to catch. We don't catch. They come into a Napoleon, and this is looking really, really bad for us. I am not going to lie. This is looking really bad for us. If I would have made the swap to Jellison, it would have been better for me, right? Drill Peck doesn't seem like it does too much damage, but it is gonna start adding up here. If I can make it to another Brian, maybe we can KO the Napoleon. We're gonna see what we could do here. But since that for Alligator is pretty much at a crunch, it is one away from the crunch. It's gonna suck for me. And I probably should have undercharged it there just to try to get a little bit of more energy. And I'm gonna come to my Jellicent, gonna go ahead and let this go through. Hydro Cannon, they expected me to come into my thingy mabobby. And I'm gonna throw on bad timing here, not expecting them to actually like catch or anything. And then I got so scared. I was like, if I let them get the two moves, we're just gonna lose. So you see me do two hexes and then swap immediately and then just throw the move. As we do see Gligar into our Gligar. And this is actually not good for me, right? So I'm gonna build up to two. They try to swap out. They come in into a Napoleon. Napoleon is gonna get hit with one of these, and I probably should have swapped out. To be honest, yeah, I should have swapped out. I am gonna throw the aerial ace, expecting them to shield, but they don't shield. And we're trying to make it to another move. Don't make it to another move. This really sucks for me. Um, but it doesn't look like it's too bad for me, right? I'm expecting them something to be in the back that's like weak to gelatin, but unfortunately for me, nothing in the back is weak to gelatin. It is a magnet zone, and I make a huge mistake here. I CMP tie. I should have went for the extra. I probably would have had a better chance if I had went for the extra there. I'm just gonna go ahead and let this go through, hoping that they would bait, but they're not gonna bait. Yeah, they're pretty much at two wild charges, so we are gonna unfortunately end up losing that game and get to a heartbreaking 27-49. So yeah, I will be going live here in an hour. If you're watching this as soon as it dropped, I will be going live at 12 p.m. Central, pushing for expert. Hope to see you guys there. If you guys like the video, like, comment, subscribe, all that good jazz, and I will see you guys on the next video.